Jello Flores.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, so here's
Yes.
my journey on Cool News. Let's travel to the era. On October 5, 2024, last year, when I'm a guest host of the program My Tulugan with Master Geo, which is Master Geometric. The host of the program, which
Mm-hmm.
is Master Geometric Tomato, announced that I will host Cool News Primetime after his program, My Tulugan with the Master Geo. My partner there in anchoring Cool News Primetime that time is Stephen Liwanag del Sol. Thank you so much din sa kanya dahil siya yung sumalo sa akin nung siya yung ano tawag dito, siya yung
Umalala
first na
sa'yo.
nag-present. And my Cool News
Siya
journey
pala yun.
starts here. I would like to thank also Geometric Tomato and the news director for welcoming me to the Cool News department at that time. Even though this is an unexpected moment or announcement that I will anchor on Cool News Primetime, my Cool News first era is been successful naman.
Ayan, so my message na lang sa'yo, Pre-Apple, is nagpapasalamat ako dahil umabot ka ng 1 taon dito sa Cool News, and even ako, kakapasok ko lamang, and unang sabak ko is yung sa Cool News today, and yeah, more years to come, and sana magtagal ka pa dito. Alright, so ayun, partner.
And also forgot to mention this. May nasalihan na rin ako mga editions ng Cool News. Cool News Today, Cool News at noon. Nakalimutan ko na masabi ito eh. So, ito, i-ano ko na lang rin, i-mention ko na lang rin tong dalawa. Cool News Today on Salita Naman Sanas, Cool News at noon, Cool News at 6. Medyo mostly ako dito. Then, Cool News Prime Time. Ayun. Apat na editions sa 1 taon. Ayun.
Akin dalawa pa lang eh. Pero anyways, partner, let's end this broadcast for tonight. And folks, we conclude tonight's broadcast of Cool News at 6. As always, thank you very much for your continuous trust and support. Your feedback and comments are also welcome, and you can send your messages via tvh.philippines.news@gmail.com. I'm Angelo Flores.
And I am
Partner,
Pre-Apple Tomato. My first year era is now here.
And that's all for tonight, folks. And up next is Asphere's Cafe from the Philippines. Thank you and mabuhay!
The opinions expressed by the hosts and co-hosts of this program does not necessarily reflect the views of TGON Radio and TVH Group of Networks.
Alright, hello, and welcome to Asphere's Cafe. Today is Monday, October 6, 2025, and yes, it's my birthday at the same time. Unfortunately, Dreamcar is not with us tonight because he is currently doing something with what is going on with his with that, I will be solo hosting my own show all day today. So, how are you all doing? If you're all doing that, sorry, how are you all doing tonight? For the viewers. Okay, without any further ado now, let's put my show agenda right here and start with the first one, which is the Google Home. So let's open my browser here. Let me just move my workspace. There we go. And now let's finish the working, shall we? So here is my screen share right here. And yeah, let's get into that right now. So this is coming from 9 to 5 Google, and yes, Google Home is getting its renewed focus from Google, and I'm glad to see that Google Home isn't dead after all. So let's read right here. Following new announcements this week, the future of Google Home is brighter than ever, and that's exciting. To quickly recap this week's announcements, Google Home is getting a revamp centered around Gemini. The Google Home app itself is rolling out a redesign that simplifies the overall look and functionality of the app. Google Assistant is being replaced by Gemini on all of Google's smart speakers, dating back to the original Google Home. Keep that in mind, guys. Back to the original Google Home, meaning all existing Google Home speakers that were released from now all the way back to 2016 are getting Gemini Assistant, and that is pretty cool. And Gemini will supercharge Nest cameras with improved video search, notifications, and more. On the service level, there's a lot to be excited about, but a deeper look reveals a few things that is even more exciting. Firstly, there's a precedent. Google is setting for the smart home. Updating all of its smart speakers and cameras from the past decade sets the tone for all future hardware and really fights against the whole Google graveyard statistic. Yeah, I agree. At least they're not making these speakers useless by not giving updates. Which is good. It's a refreshing level of commitment that we don't see often enough in tech, and combined with Google's 7-year update policy for Pixel phones, we will argue that Google is making the best. It's not best really, but the most promises in this regard. So here are the following, which will get the Gemini Assistant, with some getting Gemini Live right as well. For the speakers, you have Google Home, the OG Google Home speaker, released from 2016, Google Home Mini and Max, both released in 2017, Nest Mini, released in 2019, Nest Audio 2020, which is getting Google Live. And for the smart displays, Nest Hub, the OG's Nest Hub, released in 2018, Nest Hub Max, and second gen, both released in 2019 and 2021, getting Gemini Live. And for the cameras, all of them are getting Gemini. So you have Nest Cam Indoor from release back in 2015, Outdoor in 2016, IQ Indoor from 2017, IQ Outdoor released in 2017 as well, battery wired, Nest Cam battery and wired released in 2021. Nest Cam with floodlight released in 2021. Nest Cam to indoor and outdoor to both 2K in 2K resolution released in 2025. And finally, the third-party brand Walmart on indoor camera wire, which was released earlier this year as well. Now for the doorbells, Nest Doorbell wired first gen 2018, battery 2021, wired second gen 2022, 2K 2025, and finally another third-party product, which is Walmart on video doorbell wired, released in 2025. So these are the devices which start from all the way from speakers to doorbells getting the Gemini makeover. Now this is pretty cool. Aside from the Gemini assistant coming to all existing Google Home devices, well, we now get into the Nest cameras. So this is basically one of the things we're seeing here. Now, what else am I looking at? Right. So Right, the camera, the Nest camera right here. So yeah, what do you say about the Gemini assistant coming to Google Home, everyone? And honestly, I do have the Nest Mini released in 2020 19, and I have to say, yeah, I have a product with me right now. Let me just say, real quick, what's the weather for today?
Tonight in San Antonio, the forecast is around 26 and partly cloudy. Right now, it's 27 degrees and partly cloudy.
Alright, so yeah, this is currently set as Google Assistant, but eventually it will be replaced with Gemini. But you can see I do have the Nest Mini with me, and it's pretty cool. And yes, Drew Min is with us tonight. Good evening, man. I was not expecting you to be here tonight, but man, good evening. Good evening.
Good evening, dude, and good evening to every one of y'all. It's 6:40 in the evening, and I'm happy to say I'm officially back from my sabbatical break from Asphere's Cafe, and crazy to actually hear that Google Assistant is now like going next level with this kind of thing. I mean, is it really like they're following Amazon's footsteps now, or something? Come on.
Yes. So yeah, before we head to commercial break, how was your break so far? For coming from the cafe, how was the break?
Well, I gotta be honest though, lots and lots of draining parts towards, especially my voice has actually just go wildly lost throughout the first week, and then the second week I was like pretty much okay, but still need to clear some space a bit before I had a big clear out marathon with friends. So overall, good break. Nothing much to say about it.
That's pretty good. All right, it is now 6:41 p.m. and yeah, Dreamcar is not here to do the sponsors because I don't know what he's doing aside from him getting his mom's phone, which I am aware. But yeah. Anyways, we will have more tech headlines to cover when we return here on Asphere's Cafe. Stay along with us. We will be back after the break.
Cheaper, and that is the intention. At Asphere Appliance, you want to buy the super appliance. Asphere Appliance, cheaper and still quality pop-up. Asphere Appliances, if you want to buy at a discounted price at Asphere Appliances.
Asphere Appliances, home of Asphere Aircon and other leading appliances nationwide. Asphere Appliances, tried, tested, trusted by an asparagus.
One time, there's a confrontation about sushi and pizza, but then there was a solution.
Bro, I said let's get sushi.
No way. Pizza beats raw fish every time.
Why not both? Gooey cheese, spicy mayo, seaweed, salmon. Introducing Sushi Baked Pizza.
Whoa.
Creamy, savory, sushi-inspired toppings baked on a perfect crust. Sushi Baked Pizza, 9-inch at 250, 11-inch at 450. Only at Dream Cards Pizza. We make pizza the Dream Cards way.
You paid this time.
No way. You wanted sushi.
Call 141-9191 for deliveries.
Dream Cars Pizza. We make pizza the Dream Cars way. Call 141-9191 for deliveries. Also available, Dream Cars Frozen Pizza in supermarkets near you.
Dream Car Karaoke po, tuwing pagising mo sa umaga, kailangan mo ng kapeng gigisingin ka sa tapang at sarap.
Tikman ang lasa ng bayan sa bagong Kapinoy Coffee.
Tama-tama lang ang tapang at sarap.
Tikman na ang lasa ng bayan sa bagong Kapinoy Coffee. If it's coffee, it's Kapinoy Coffee.
Masarap na coffee. If it's coffee, it's Kapinoy coffee.
Also available, Kapinoy Coffee 3-in-1 and Pure Creme. Bili na sa inyong mga suking tindahan.
Kapinoy Coffee. If it's coffee, it's Kapinoy Coffee from FES Manufacturing Corporation.
A song, a chord, there's no end to the tune. It's the echo of strings, the rise of the moon. It's the beat of the drum, the keys on the floor, the rhythm that calls, the voice we adore. It's music and more, a note, a rhyme, a melody's glow, a piano that plays, a rhythm that flows. It's a voice, it's a choice, a harmony's ring. At the end of the night, let the melody start. It's the sound of a song, it's the joy in your heart.
Reimagine karaoke with XTSP.
Shenatron Sin Plus. Reimagine karaoke with XTSP.
New, ang sarap ng onigiri sa Melody Mart. Ang sarap ng onigiri sa Melody Mart. Ang sarap ng onigiri sa Melody Mart. Ang sarap ng onigiri sa Melody Mart.
Subukan niyo na ang Melody Mart Onigiris. Maraming fillings na pwedeng pagpilian. May classics, locals, at premium fillings na suwag magpapasaya ng samyo.
Overload onigiri sa Melody Mart. Overload onigiri sa Melody Mart.
Biking, meron rin tayong Overload Onigiris na mas pinalaki, mas maraming fillings.
Price starts at 55 pesos. Bumili na ng onigiri sa Melody Mart.
Melody Mart Onigiris. Price starts at 55 pesos. Available in Melody Mart outlets nationwide.
Melody Mart, your everyday vibe for convenience.
With extra chocolate and extra creamer, give a delicious taste. From mouth to tongue, an unforgettable taste. Until I wanna eat it again. Candy and choco biscuit, feel the choco vibes.
Manufactured by Awesome4 Enterprises, your quality brand company.
Nakakaroon ng stress sanhi ng fatty liver? Use healing para sana tayo to have better life.
Linisin ang katawan sa natural na paraan.
CF3 Balita.
Ako po si Joseph Locsin sa pag-iinumin ng CF3 Coffee. Mga Pilipinas ang apelyido ko ng Locsin, mga pangalan Joseph. Ako si Tito Joseph Locsin po. Kaya nag-CF3 Coffee na.
Mahalagang paalala, ang CF3 coffee hindi gamot at hindi dapat gamitin panggamot sa mga uri ng sakit.
Alam niyo ba sa buong mundo, isa sa pinakamaliit ang Pilipino. Hindi lang dahil maliit ang lahi natin, kundi mas maraming batang Pilipino ang sakitin. Ang batang mas madalas magkasakit, maaaring maging mas maliit. Bigyan sila ng Selene Plus. May vitamin C kaya kontra sakit, plus zinc kaya kontra liit, para hindi mapigil ang kanilang paglaki. Kontra sakit, kontra liit, Selene Plus.
Alagang Unilap yan.
Ascorbic acid plus zinc has been generic name of Sealant Plus. If symptoms persist, consult your doctor.
Nakakaroon ng stress sanhi ng fatty liver? Use healing para sana tayo to have better life.
Linisin ang katawan sa natural na paraan.
Tagalog, powder milk. For children from 1, 2, and 3. For children from 1 to 3 years old, Tagalog, powder milk.
The use of milk supplements must only be upon the advice of a health professional. The unnecessary and improper use of product may be dangerous to your child's health. EO51CA number 017, series of 2025.
This program was brought to you by Dell Sound, dedicated in providing the best karaoke players in the Philippines and catering to the Filipinos' love for music. Dell Sound, sing with confidence. Asphere Appliances, home of Asphere Aircon and other leading appliances nationwide. Asphere Appliances, tried, tested, trusted by an asparagus. Dream Cars Pizza. We make pizza the Dream Cars way. Call 141-9191 for deliveries. Also available, Dream Cars Frozen Pizza in supermarkets near you. Kapinoy Coffee. If it's coffee, it's Kapinoy Coffee from FES Manufacturing Corporation. Shenatron Sin Plus. Reimagine karaoke with XTSP. And Melody Mart, your everyday vibe for convenience.
return towards the Asphere Cafe.
Alright, welcome back to Aspher's Cafe. It is now 6:49 p.m. and now it is time for me to continue the Tech Cafe with more headlines that we'll get into. So, starting off for this cup, we have the Windows 11 25 H2 that will be released widely soon according to Windows latest, and this was confirmed coming from Windows Server Update Services. So let's get into that right now. The author said here, I wouldn't hold my breath for Windows 11 25 H2, but some people do. And now let's get into the serious part here. And it looks like it will become available for more users on October 14, 2025. That is pretty ironic for that date when Windows 10 reaches end of support. I don't know, kind of ironic, isn't it?
Yeah, pretty much.
On this day, businesses will be able to download and install the update using Windows Server Update. It's likely that more consumers, not all, will begin seeing the update if they check for updates. Windows 11 2025 update officially shipped on September 30. However, it doesn't show up on most PCs. Even if you check for updates and have the toggle Get Latest Updates turned on, nothing really happens thanks to Microsoft's gradual rollout approach. In a post on the admin portal for businesses, Microsoft confirmed it will be releasing version 25 H2 to businesses via Windows Server Update Services on October 14, 2025. So this is what Microsoft stated there. For commercial organizations, Windows 11 version 25 H2 is available today, September 30, through Windows Auto Patch and the Microsoft 365 Admin Center. It is also available for download from the Microsoft Software Download Service and Visual Studio subscriptions. On October 14, 2025, it will be available via Windows Server Update Services. Microsoft has always released Windows 11 updates for consumers and Windows Server Update Services on the same day. For Windows 11 21 H2, which was the original release of Windows 11, 22 H2, 23 H2, and 24 H2, Microsoft made the update available via Windows Server Update Services on the same day each version was publicly released. In the case of version 25 H2, we're not seeing the same behavior, and that might explain why it's being rolled out for consumers more slowly than the previous releases. This might change on October 14 when version 25 H2 becomes available via Windows Server Update Services. Of course, Windows 11 25 H2 will remain an optional update and it won't download or install automatically even when you check for updates. As you can see in the screenshot right there, you will have to explicitly click download and install to apply it. And if you can't wait for the update to show up, you can use as installation system or media creation tool to safely install 25 H2. Well, if you're going with these methods, keep that in mind. It's gonna do the full upgrade rather than the enabling the hot patch where it will just automatically enable new features. That is going to like fully upgrade. Like it's gonna take a while to upgrade compared to Windows Update method. What to do when you see Windows 11 25 H2? Well, Windows 11 25 H2's audio size is just 167 kilobytes. Yeah, it's that small of the size right there when it's downloaded by Windows Update on Windows 11 24 H2. So really, this is just an enablement package. While if you're upgrading from 23 H2 to 25 H2, yeah, that is a huge upgrade. So this package EKB is downloaded when you hit the download and install button under the Windows 11 25 H2 alert, only when you're already on version 25 H2. And yes, I will check my version number, and I am still at 24 H2 as of this time. But if I go check for updates right now, if here I cannot show you. Unfortunately I cannot show you what I'm doing because it has my real name on it, so I will not risk doxing my name there. But if I go check for updates, yeah, it says you're up to date. I even have to get the latest option enabled. So if I go check for updates and see what happens while we wait here. Yeah, anyway, this should tell you everything about how meaningless the entire release is when you look at from a feature set point of view. At the same time, it's a good release if you want minor bug fixes, more stability, and a Windows version lifecycle reset. So T24H2 ends on October 13, 2026, but version 25H2 is supported until October 12, 2027. So that's 2 years from now, while 24H2 is support is ending in a year. Well, almost a year from now. So yeah, this is the entire point of these so-called enablement package releases. So yeah, now we know that 25H2 is soon to be rolled out more widely, and I can expect the update to show up on my computer soon. So yeah, I don't think 25H2 is a major update in knowing that is just an enablement package for 24H2. Yeah, I don't think it's a big update after all. Well, if you're upgrading coming from 23H2, definitely it's going to be a huge upgrade. So yeah, what do you guys say about the Windows 11.5 H2? And honestly, again, it's just mine really. Well, yeah, Trumi, what do you think?
Well, to be fair enough, if Windows is gonna be releasing another update, but they gotta do it right this time, because how many more patchworks are you gonna go for so that your entire OS system can run on all laptops and computers? Because some laptops can't even perform well when it comes to Windows 11, especially those that are still reliant on Windows 10. So this is going to be a good news for those who are actually exclusive to run Windows 11, but not so great news to those who are from the early stages of Windows 10. So if I were you, please do yourself a favor and try to look for another piece of upgrade in your system, because storage isn't going to be enough for your laptops who are running older versions of Windows.
Alright, thank you very much, Trumaine. And yes, let's move on to another one. Well, speaking of Windows 11, did you know that Google is showing you ads if you're on Windows 10 right now? Are now, guess what? They're making them switch to Chromebooks, but will they really switch? Will the users really be convinced to switch to Chromebooks? That is what where we will get into right now, and this is coming from Windows Central. Microsoft is sunsetting Windows 10 with end of life for the operating system set for October 14, 2025, which is also the same date as I said for Windows 11.25 H2 release. Release rather. I know, it's ironic. Alright? After that date, users will no longer receive security updates, leaving millions at risk. In 2020, it was estimated that Windows 10 had passed 700 million users, and now in 2025, many users can't upgrade due to Windows 11's hardware requirements. Google has spotted an opportunity here. The company has launched a new Chromebook and Chrome OS ad campaign directly targeting Windows 10 users. The ads highlight the looming security risk and pitch Chromebooks as a secret alternative to regular updates. Well, if I'm going to be fair with you guys, Chromebooks are mainly used for schools. Yes, Chromebooks are mainly used by schools, and I don't know the numbers of Chromebooks if it's also being used for home society schools. Now, moving on here, Google is running ads directly on Google.com with messages like "Time for a new laptop? Get Chromebook Plus." With security updates for Windows 10 ending this October, switch to the laptop that has never had a virus. The warning makes it clear that Windows 10 security updates are ending soon. The ad suggests that Windows 10 is no longer safe, especially when compared to Chromebooks. To drive the point home, it even shows a generic laptop displaying a virus alert on a Windows-style home blue screen. So this is the pop-up right here recommending you to get Chromebook Plus. Well, yeah, it is a bold effort from Google to push users towards Chromebooks. Still, it's hard to imagine many people making the switch, given that Chrome OS has its own limitations, even if it has carved out a strong niche in schools. And no, this is not the first time. Google has done it before, and as they also reported back in last March that Google had already started a similar push to get users to switch, anticipating the big October deadline for Windows 10 users. This isn't a one-sided fight either. Those who use Bing search get prompted to stick with Microsoft Edge when trying to download Chrome. So it's only fair that Google takes jobs where they can. And it is unfortunately true, Windows 10 is still powering nearly half of the PCs. We cannot deny that. And if we go to stat counter, let's wait for that to load. If we go to the stat counter right now and go to Windows version, worldwide, if we go to October, if we go view chart, we cannot deny that Windows 10 is still widely used operating system right here. As of this month, it is still sitting at 34. It's not even quite. So as of this month, Windows 10 is sitting at 34.96%, while Windows 11 is reaching 43.58%. And oh my gosh, that is a steep decline. And did I just see this sudden increase in using Windows 7? Bro, why are they going back to Windows 7?
Wow, they're playing nostalgia. They're playing nostalgia over there on number 3.
I don't know why are they going back to Windows 7. Like, people are jumping back to Windows 7. What? Do they not know that's unsecured operating? That's not even supported operating system anymore by Microsoft. Bro,
Wait, Cairo. Maybe that is the point. Maybe they wanted to like try and re-experience the nostalgia of getting a virus and Windows 7. You know, Bonzi Buddy and all that. All of those are being run towards the Windows 7. Maybe that's what they're doing. That's why there's been a spike boom again, because they want to relive the nostalgia of getting your entire Windows wiped off.
I would not be surprised if they get viruses just for using Windows 7. Well, good luck with that one.
Yep.
So why are they still using Windows 7? That makes no sense to me here. But yes, as of right now, we can already see Windows 10 usage is declining. And then more, and while Windows 11 has also declined, yikes. Anyway, moving on here. The reason why they can't upgrade to Windows 11 mainly is because of the hardware requirements, which is mainly has to do with TPM 2.0 and secure boot. And not every machine has one of these, like the older laptops. And my laptop has one, so that's why I'm using Windows 11 right now on my PC. It's estimated that more than 200 million PCs can't be upgraded because of these restrictions. That leaves users with a tough choice. Get a new PC that supports Windows 11, pay Microsoft for extended security updates unless you're in the European Economic Area, which luckily it's free there for another year. Keep using Windows 10 without updates and risk security issues, or switch to an alternative like Linux. Google would prefer users to make the jump to Chrome OS, but some fans continue to suggest, as I said, Linux as another option. And here is the one I was talking about with the generic laptop showing the virus right there. Yup. Anyway, aside from the regular Chrome OS, they also offer Chrome OS Flex, which can be installed on older Windows hardware. This gives aging PCs a new lease of life without needing to buy something new. Chromebooks themselves are usually cheap, secure, and come with automatic updates. Build quality can vary, but the pitch of low cost and low maintenance can be appealing for some. Google even highlights that Chrome OS has had zero reported ransomware attacks, which is pretty impressive. So yeah, good job to Google for keeping that up. Of course, switching to Chrome OS comes with trade-offs. Use access to Windows apps. The platform relies heavily on internet access, and storage and power are often limited compared to a traditional laptop. Still, for basic tasks like browsing, writing, or schoolwork, a Chromebook or Chrome OS might not be a bad deal at all. And now what does this mean for users in the market? End of life Windows 10 will likely force millions of people to decide what to do next. It makes sense that Google sees this as an opportunity to step in and try to win over some of that user base. That said, we still believe that most people will end up buying a new Windows 11 PC paying for extended updates, or finding another workaround, which likely could be getting people to move to Linux at any time. So what do you say, ladies and gents? And yes, this was sourced from Windows latest, which is the platform I always trust on for the latest Windows news. And man, this is pretty interesting. What do you think, everyone? What do you think about the Google pushing the pop-ups for Chromebooks? Sorry, not Chromebooks. Pushing pop-up for Windows 10 users to get Chromebook or switch to Chrome OS. What do you guys say?
Well, if anything else, Google seems to be trying to push hard into making sure that their systems are going to be the new norm. But unfortunately, it's probably far from that because we all know that macOS and Windows are pretty much the kings of this one. And the only thing, and Linux is following from behind. But to be fair, they're doing a pretty good job so far into convincing the people to do so because up until now, many people are still using Chrome. I, for one, confess that I'm still using Chrome despite already having other sources of internet access. But still, Chrome's pretty much nostalgia to me, so great job for convincing me, Google, but you cannot convince me to change to your OS system at this point. So yeah, thanks.
And it has to do with a lot of limitations, and it really takes a lot for people to get used to their operating system. Do you agree?
Yes, I very much agree because it's not all that easy for Google to convince all of their customers to try out their new own product. I mean, look at it. I mean, they could convince to be the number one search engine in the internet, but they cannot be, the most advanced assistant or voice assistant like Siri does. They can still beat Siri up until now. Did they?
Right?
Yeah, honestly.
Alright, so let's head over to the last one for this guy, and it's not so good news. Yes, Discord. Customer service has been breached, has been hacked apparently, and it contains sensitive user info and scan folder IDs. So, yikes, I would say. Okay, let's get into that. This is coming from The Verge. One of Discord's third-party customer service providers was compromised by an unauthorized party, the company says. The unauthorized party gained access to information from a limited number of users who had contacted Discord with their customer support or trust and safety teams, and aimed to extort a financial ransom from Discord. The unauthorized party did not gain access to Discord directly. Data potentially accessed by the hack includes things like names, usernames, emails, and the last 4 digits of credit card numbers. The unauthorized party also accessed a small number of images of government IDs of users who had appealed an age determination. Full credit card numbers and passwords were not impacted by the breach, this was says. Hey, at least they reassured them. They reassured users that their credit card numbers are not revoked, which is obviously important because if your credit card info gets exposed, then that is the time when you will have to call for a replacement card for your bank. If it did happen, that is not good. Also, the passwords were not affected, which is also good to see. The company is notifying impacted users now over email. If your ID might have been accessed, Discord will specify that. Discord also says it revoked the support provider's access to Discord's ticketing system, has notified data protection authorities, is working with law enforcement, and has reviewed our threat detection systems and security controls for third-party support providers. So, still though, it's not pretty good. It's not pretty good. It's not pretty good that they that the hacker got access to the scan folder IDs. I know it's not pretty good. It's not good. If you're one of them affected, they will let you know at least. So, Jermaine, what do you have words on this?
The only thing that I could say is that thank goodness that it didn't happen much towards any of us so far. Because if it does, then one of us could probably say, yeah, Discord isn't unsafe anymore. Bye bye, guys. I'll see you in the next life. But no, I don't think so far we're still good. But I feel bad to those who actually got their infos leaked. At the same time, what are you probably gonna do with them? You got a contact number? Okay. You got an address? Just don't do it. And you got an email address that actually sounds a bit stupid. For example, if your address is like, My Little Pony at the racist.com. Yeah, I guess, wait. My Little Pony at the races at gmail.com. Yeah. Great embarrassing moment, buddy. Very, very.
Very much. Very much, Jermaine. Very, very much. Exactly. All right, and it's now 7:10, and I think you're going to be leaving up in this gap, right, Jermaine? Because we're going to take a break.
I'm gonna be pulling off, and I'll see you guys on the Thursday editions of Asphere's Cafe.
With the gaming cafe, right, Jermaine?
Yes, of course. So get yourselves ready because we had tons to talk about, and I'm not kidding. I'm not kidding. Switch, I'm coming for you.
Ooh, look forward to that from Trumaine. Anyway, we will be taking a break, and Trumaine will not be here after the commercial break, so I will be back to solo hosting. But yeah, it's good to see you tonight for filling in for Dreamcore for now. But yeah, thanks, man.
No problem, man. Oh yeah, I was just kidding about the Switch thing. Just be ready towards to the Genshin updates because that's gonna be something that I'm gonna be talking about. Especially on the Not Cry ones. So, catch you there, guys. Catch you there.
All right. We'll be right back.
It's so nice to be cool and easy. Asphere's aircon, the aircon with 10-year warranty. 10-year warranty. Inverter, money saver, great quality. With 10-year warranty, Asphere's Aircon, tried, trusted, tested by Asparagus.
Get yours now at asphereappliances.ph online. Another quality product from Asphere Appliances.
Asphere's Aircon. Tried, tested, trusted by an asparagus.
One time, there's a confrontation about sushi and pizza, but then there was a solution.
Bro, I said let's get sushi.
No way. Pizza beats raw fish every time.
Why not both? Gooey cheese, spicy mayo, seaweed, salmon. Introducing Sushi Baked Pizza.
Whoa.
Creamy, savory, sushi-inspired toppings baked on a perfect crust. Sushi Baked Pizza. 9-inch at 250, 11-inch at 450. Only at Dream Cards Pizza. We make pizza the Dream Cards way.
You paid this time.
No way. You wanted sushi.
Call 141-9191 for deliveries.
Dream Cars Pizza. We make pizza the Dream Cars way. Call 141-9191 for deliveries. Also available, Dream Cars Frozen Pizza in supermarkets near you.
Dream Car Karaoke po, tuwing pagising mo sa umaga, kailangan mo ng kapeng gigisingin ka sa tapang at sarap.
Tikman ang lasa ng bayan sa bagong Kapinoy Coffee.
Tama-tama lang ang tapang at sarap.
Tikman na ang lasa ng bayan sa bagong Kapinoy Coffee. If it's coffee, it's Kapinoy Coffee.
Masarap na coffee. If it's coffee, it's Kapinoy Coffee.
Also available, Kapinoy Coffee 3-in-1 and Pure Creme. Bili na sa inyong mga suking tindahan.
Kapinoy Coffee. If it's coffee, it's Kapinoy Coffee from FES Manufacturing Corporation.
A song, a chord, there's no end to the tune. It's the echo of strings, the rise of the moon. It's the beat of the drum, the keys on the floor, the rhythm that calls, the voice we adore. It's music and more, a note, a rhyme, a melody's glow, a piano that plays, a rhythm that flows. It's a voice, it's a choice, a harmony's ring. At the end of the night, let the melody start. It's the sound of a song, it's the joy in your heart.
Reimagine karaoke with XTSP.
Now available Utopia 2 and Utopia Deluxe for more song storage, and Volume 174 for DVD systems. Song lists are now free to download at ShenatronSynPlus.blogspot.com.
Shenatron Synth Plus. Reimagine karaoke with XTSP.
Ang sarap ng onigiri sa Melody Mart. Ang sarap ng onigiri sa Melody Mart. Ang sarap ng onigiri sa Melody Mart. Ang sarap ng onigiri sa Melody Mart.
Subukan niyo na ang Melody Mart Onigiris. Maraming feelings na pwedeng pagpilian. May classics, locals, at premium feelings na suwag magpapasaya ng samyo.
Overload onigiri sa Melody Mart. Overload onigiri sa Melody Mart.
Bikin, meron rin tayong Overload Onigiris na mas pinalaki, mas maraming feelings.
Price starts at 55 pesos. Bumili na ng onigiri sa Melody Mart.
Melody Mart Onigiris. Price starts at 55 pesos. Available in Melody Mart outlets nationwide.
Melody Mart, your everyday vibe for convenience.
Aku punya balon terbang di langit. Aku tidak melihatnya sudah mendarat. Uangku dibeli balon. Andai saja itu untuk makanan, aku bakal dilecehkan.
Planning a party, a birthday, wedding, or any special celebration? Make it unforgettable with Solarix Balloon. From vibrant balloon decorations to custom designs, arches, centerpieces, and more. We've got everything to make your event pop with color and joy. Big or small, indoors or outdoors, Solarix Balloon brings the magic to your party needs anywhere, anytime. So don't just celebrate. Celebrate in style with Solarix Balloon.
Pagod at nauuhaw ako. Mainit na mainit ang panahon.
Sa mainit na panahon, nauuhaw ka ba sa iyong mga aktibidad? Uminom ka ng Mira Drinking Water sa tubig na nagmula sa pinakamagagandang bundok. Nagbibigay ito ng nakakapreskong pakiramdam sa lalamunan. Kaya hindi ka na mauuhaw.
Sarap. Ngayon hindi na ako nauuhaw. Adam Orelar po, I recommend Mira Drinking Water.
Mira Drinking Water. Fresh, cool, calm. Available of 200 ml and 1 liter bottle. Bili na sa inyong mga suking tindahan. Manufactured by Awesome 4 Enterprises, your quality brand company.
Isang mahalagang ng pamilya ng seguridad nyo. Kahit magloan na tayo, TSS. Para pumunta sa fill up iyong mga tao sa loan nyo, iyong seguridad ng TSS. Mga pumunta sa Pilipinas, sa Luzon, Visayas, at Mindanao. Isang pumunta tayo sa loan na puntahan, TSS. Masayang pumunta sa loan. Visit website of tssloan.com.
Magteke-teke ang iyong Gana Resistensya Boosters at Lysine B Complex sa vitamins ng A, B, C, D at E, taurine at niacin para malakas ng kumain. Magteke-teke para lakas kumain at para lakas resistensya.
Alagang Unilap yan.
Mahalagang paalala, ang teke-teke ay hindi gamot at hindi dapat panggamitin panggamot sa anong uri ng sakit.
Ang anak ko para itlog na malakas ng kumain na, ang Nutrilan, ang anak nyo ng Iron, Taurine at B-Complex para sa mga bata ang anak ko Nutrition Cup sa Nutrilan Bombo ng kalusugan.
Alagang Unilap yan.
Mahalaga paalala, ang Nutrilan ay hindi gamot at hindi dapat gamitin panggamot sa anumang uri ng sakit.
Ang Burr Brand Junior, para sa isang hanggang 3 taong gulang iyong 3 taon pang baby. Mag-Burr Brand Junior, para sa 1 to 3 years old. The use of milk supplements must only be upon the advice of a health professional. The unnecessary and improper use of product may be dangerous to your child's health. EO51CA number 044 series of 2025.
Finger and clover, they go together. Finger and clover, my love affair. Lahat sisimutin sarap ay uubusin. Lover ng clover, my clover finger.
Simot sarap kasama ang clover.
Bakit umabsent ka na naman sa mga bata? Mawala ang anemia, walang dugo. Sa tulong ng Incremin Iron Plus, pagtulong sa deficiency anemia ng dugo, bawal umabsent sa mga bata. Incremin Iron Plus, batang malusog ng dugo. Vitamins B complex plus lysine plus iron has been generic name of Incremin. No adverse drug reactions.
This program was brought to you by
Dell Sound, dedicated in providing the best karaoke players in the Philippines and catering to the Filipinos' love for music. Dell Sound, sing with confidence. Asphere Appliances, home of Asphere Aircon and other leading appliances nationwide. Asphere Appliances, tried, tested, trusted by an asparagus. Dream Cars Pizza. We make pizza the Dream Cars way. Call 141-9191 for deliveries. Also available, Dream Cars Frozen Pizza in supermarkets near you.
Capinoy Coffee. If it's coffee, it's Capinoy Coffee from FVS Manufacturing Corporation.
Shenatron Synplus, reimagine karaoke with XTSP. And Melody Mart, your everyday vibe for convenience.
And we are back right here on Asphere's Cafe. It is now 7:20, 10 minutes before 7:30. And by the way, we will be planning on the show's extension. We're still planning, so no extension until 8:30 this week. So we're still considering, and I'm still finalizing on what will be from 7:30 to 8:30. So keep that in mind, guys. I'm still planning on the extension with the program segments on what am I going to do with 7:30 onwards until 8:30. But rest assured, we are planning, so don't fret. But yeah, but for now, the show will end until 7:30 p.m. as usual. But now let's get into the last part, and that is the smartphone weekly polls. Not weekly polls, but weekly poll rather. And yes, at the moment, Dreamcar is not with us, but I'll be the one to fill in for his slot. And it looks like the Xiaomi 17 series is looking like a winner. Yeah, you heard that right. The Xiaomi 17 series is a hit, ladies and gents. And according to the graphical chart right here, 25.8% is a yes, 8.9% is maybe, depending on the reviews, 5.5% would maybe if it was cheaper, 40.4% is no, I want a large Pro Max, with 8.9 saying no, I want the vanilla Xiaomi 17. And the last three, there are better flagship for the money with 167 votes. I don't want a flagship with 42 votes, and none of the above at 139. And for the Pro Max, 27% said yes, I want one. 10.4% said maybe, depends on the reviews. 9.5% said maybe if it was cheaper. 24.0% said no, I want the small Pro. 11.8% said no, I want the vanilla Xiaomi 17. 10.7% said there are better flagships for the money, and I don't want a flagship with 8 votes, and none of the above with 5.1%. And now for the Xiaomi 17, 26.3% said yes, I want one. 11.1% said maybe, depends on the reviews. 6.8% said maybe if it was cheaper. 19% said no, I want the 17 Pro. 22% said no, I want the 17 Pro Max. 9.8 said there are better flagships for the money. I don't want a flagship with 30 votes, and none of the above with 55 votes. So that's the weekly poll results, and yes, it is looking to be a hit for Xiaomi with their 17 series. Now let's move on to the weekly poll for this week, and it's another Xiaomi related poll. Would you buy the Xiaomi 15T or Xiaomi 15T Pro? But first, let's get into the specs. The Xiaomi 15T and 15T Pro are larger than before with 6.83-inch displays, up from 6.67-inch on the 14T series. There are still lovely 12-bit OLED panels, and in the case of the Pro, the screen has 144Hz refresh rate. The vanilla 15T was downgraded to 120Hz, though that shouldn't make too much of a difference. The 15T is powered by the Dimensity 84,000 Ultra chipset, up from 83,000 Ultra on the 14T. It has faster UFS 4.1 storage compared to versus UFS 4, and a larger 5,500 mAh battery with the same 67 watt while only charging. The camera system is more or less the same as last year. While the 50T Pro, the other hand, brings the Dimensity 94,000 plus, up from 93,000 plus on last year's model. It has a larger 55,000 mAh battery too, with 90 watt wired and 50 watt wireless charging, a small downgrade from the 120 watt to 50 watt of the 40T Pro. Crucially, the 50T Pro has an upgraded camera system. The large 50 megapixel 1 out of 1.31 inch sensor in the main camera is now joined by the 50 megapixel 5x 150 millimeter periscope. That gives you a much more usable zoom range than the 2.6 times 600 millimeter telephoto lens of the 40T. The main sensor can already do 2 times zoom. The Pro also has more advanced wireless communication methods, which has Wi-Fi 7, Bluetooth 6, and Astral communication, which is an offline phone-to-phone messaging system that works at up to 1.9 kilometers. The vanilla 15T supports Wi-Fi 6E, Bluetooth 5.0, and Astral communication at up to 1.3 kilometers. For the pricing, the 50T starts at 650 euros, while 550 UK pounds, and the 50T Pro starts at 800 euros and 650 pounds, both for 12 gigabytes and 256 gigabytes. 12 gigabytes of RAM and 256 gigabytes of RAM unit. Keep in mind, you may be able to collect 10% discount or 100 euros or 150 euros voucher. Now for the Pros. You have options for the 15T. Yes, I want one. Maybe it depends on reviews. No, not at this price. I want the 15T Pro instead. I want the Xiaomi 17 model instead. No, I will get a different flagship killer instead. No, these aren't the right phones for me. And none of the above. And for the 15T Pro, it is the same except the fourth option. I want the 15T instead. So, ladies and gents, you have until Sunday to vote for the weekly poll if you are going to be getting Xiaomi 15T or 15T Pro. So yeah, you can head over to GSM Arena website and start voting if you're going to get these phones or not. And now, as we are down to the last 3 minutes, let's head over for the last article, and that is the Google testing MediaTek modem for Tensor G6 and Pixel 11. With the Pixel 10 just over a month old, rumors are about its successor are beginning to pick up. The Tensor G6 for the Pixel 11 is set to switch to a MediaTek modem. In late 2024, a report said that Google would use a MediaTek modem for the Pixel 10 series. That did not end up being the case with Samsung's Exynos 54,000i remaining in place. According to Mystic Leaks, Google is conducting early internal testing on the MediaTek M90 modem for the Pixel 11 and Tensor G6. We see a command line screenshot showing the baseline version as A900A. Meanwhile, the bootloader is spacecraft compared to the Pixel 10's deep space. That is the extent of today's leak. So yeah, I wonder what are they going to what are they going to do with MediaTek, and what specific MediaTek model are they going to use for their Tensor chipset? We'll have to wait and know the full details when the leaks rolls out even further on that. And down to the last 2 minutes, as we are going to Now head over to brewing question of the day. With Google renewing its focus on Google Home division with Gemini features, will you look forward to trying out Gemini Assistant on your existing speaker or your smart space? That is the brewing question for today. And yes, I did not have time to post it in the Call Fam announcement because I was running out of time, but that's okay. But yes, at least now you guys know that's the brewing question. So if you own the Google Nest speakers, will you be looking forward to try out Gemini on your speaker? Let us know in the comment section below or in the live chat. It's now 7:29 p.m. as we conclude today's editions of Asphere's Cafe. Thank you very much for joining us, and we will be back again tomorrow, same time, same place for the Tech Cafe. So this has been Asphere's Cafe, and filling in for Dreamcard the Cafe is now closed. I am Cairo, and we will see you tomorrow. The cafe is over. Goodbye for now.